It's 5:55 at Timberline Lodge, the start of my solo trek around the mountain. There's the mountain. There's like the grasshopper fire in the distance. You can see the plume of smoke. Where is it? There it is. There it is. Yeah. I'll have to keep an eye on that. And 2 days, round. There's a better shot of the grasshopper fire. This might be one day out and back. We'll see what it looks like from the other side. Okay, officially on the route, on the Timberline Trail. First water crossing, and you can see the distance is Mount Jefferson. Looking south, there's the parking lot. I'm going up and around this, and then we'll get a closer look at that fire. So the first part of this trail is you kind of ride the spit like I'm walking on right now, and to the left is the first of these gullies, these large spring runoff collapse road gullies that basically are way down and then way up, and there's usually a kind of a dicey river crossing at the bottom, and it's spring, early summer. It's summer, so that, the water's still running from the glacier, so this is earlier than I normally go, so I'm expecting some water. I brought Tevas so I can have footwear and I get my boots wet and cross and then change back into my boots. But here I am riding the ridge, and I'm going way down there, and then up and up and down, up and down. Sandy here though. Lots of footprints. We're on the Pacific Crest Trail. These are northbounders will be coming through on the way to Cascade Locks for trail days in another week or so. So there's a lot of traffic now. But it is wildflower season, so it's good to stop and smell the flowers. Holy cow, there's the gully. That's a good shot of that. Oh, walking through a typical mountain meadow here. We're coming off that ridge, and we're gonna dive down to the river. I'm not gonna miss a turn like last time. Ended up walking down the river a whole mile and a half. Had to retrace, but I'll be looking for the sign this time. Okay, here's a sign. This is where the Timberline Trail breaks off and goes around the back of the mountain, and then the PCT, Pacific Crest Trail, is going to go this direction toward Mount Jefferson. So goodbye for now. I'm going to catch you on the other side. Here's my trail with the sun rising. Are these Oregon colors? Okay, first water crossing. There's a runner who just passed me. Okay, here's part two. Let's see how I want to do this. Who's up here? On through. Here comes another runner. These rock cairns are one way to mark the path where there's not enough trees to hang a marker on. And they also line the path with these. Here's a good one coming up. Now it's up the hill. This is actually the beginning of a very long climb, and I'm gonna go past like the ski resorts, like the meadows, and then it'll go way up high, and I'll end up passing Cloud Cap, which is one of the high points on the trail. And then it's down the other side, up and down gullies. Yay! But I better focus on climbing this without falling my... Okay, clearly I'm on the other side now. There's my double braided river right there. That was my approach. Now I've crossed it, now I'm going up. And I got the ridge line, but left is up on this mountain. So every time the switchback goes left, the trail goes up. And I'm gonna try to get over a little bit of a hill and see if I'm not at the ski resort. I was gonna take this granny trail, but it didn't really lead anywhere. So this one's gonna be a crawl. These are some big blowdowns of trees that, I don't know what storm brought them down, but I gotta go under. Here's a bit of a change of scene. It gets kind of woodsy on this side. I'm still kind of going around and going up. But so those runners, it's a total scene. People run around the mountain, and there's exactly two types of runners, and they're hard to tell apart. It's the ones that go all the way around in one day. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But they start at dawn, and they zip around, and they get in at night with headlamps, but they run 40 miles in one day. But then there's another kind of runner that gets dropped off halfway around from Timber Lodge, and they do half of like, they do 20 miles, and then they stay in a fancy hotel, and then they run the second half the next day, and you can't really tell who's who. So I respect them. It's a different sport. More traffic on the trail means, you know, if I go down, someone will find me, so I don't begrudge anyone using the space. So here I am winding my way up, and we'll see what comes next. Now, I've been out so long, I basically have grown a beard. Look at this. I'm busting out into the sunlight now. Wow. It must be dawn on the mountain. Yep. This is getting close to where they've cleared it for Mount Hood Meadows and Cooper Spur. So we have a beautiful meadow, and in the heat of the day, this would just be really difficult. But as it is, because I hiked the mountain counterclockwise, yeah. Basically, the most barren, hottest part, when you're as high up as you can be, that's the hottest part of the day. There's no getting around it until you get to Cloud Cap, where there's some more forest. So I got my sun hoodie, and I got my visor. The combination keeps me shaded. This is what that looks like. Now right here, you get to see another side of the mountain. It'll get better, but you can see a little bit there. It's just peeking out, but that's the side of the mountain you can't see from Timberline, which means I'm making my way. Oh yeah, much better view. Much better view here. If that darn tree was in the way. Gotta come back with my chainsaw. Where's that mountain? There she is. There's an Indian paintbrush. And here's another, some kind of lily. Starts out like that and opens up like that. Here's a campsite with a chair and a little flag that says no fires. And over here is a trickle. But I got plenty of water and this looks kind of brown, so I'm passing through. I've been here when it's like really muddy. It's not so bad today. Uh-oh. Looks like I got a reroute. It says Timberline Trail. Go left. Well, got some temporary flags here. Yes. Oh, it's just around some muddy section. That's all it is. It's meadow restoration. There's actually a run today. I'm surprised I've only seen 2 guys. So I guess there's more on their way. Maybe they're on a different route. Looks like they go this way though. Hope I don't lose the trail. So I'm seeing haze from the grasshopper fire, but it's possible that the biggest plume was from the parking lot, because I think what happens is that cold air, you know. Yeah, they're gonna go up the road. I'm going the trail. The cold air basically allows that plume to rise, but I think when the sun rises, the air heats up and then just becomes like a kind of a low haze, and that's how the smoke travels. So I'm not sure well I'm going to see a dramatic view, but I'm sort of hopeful. This actually is a legitimate water source, but because I started the trail this morning, I'm pretty tanked up. I should probably be drinking more, but the trick is to get the sky cap with enough water, and so you have to take advantage of these water sources before you go up above tree line. All right, ski resort. You see a little plume there from the grasshopper fire, but most of it's just kind of haze. Plunge back into the woods. Looks like some big trees. Nice and shady. Oh, and back out in the open. More chairlifts, more wildflowers, more meadows. I mean, the great thing about this trail is that you're actually not walking deep into the wilderness. You're actually walking from, you know, a 5-star hotel to ski lift. Two of them, two ski resorts. Then like there's a very big waterfall on the other side. That's a huge tourist attraction. And then you hit the PCT, and of course that's its own busy self. So, you know, it's just a great place. It's super well taken care of. You're never there's some kind of ski building. Yeah, you're never too far from services. Like I could literally crawl my way out of here into the parking lot and someone would come along. So that makes it super safe for a solo journey. But yeah, it's got ups and downs, and it's got you know, cool mountain streams and river crossings. It's actually a nice little trail. You know, there's a trail that goes around Mount Rainier near Seattle, but it's much, much longer, and there's like you have to cross glaciers, and it can get super dicey, and the season's real short because you know, it's higher elevation. So I'm glad that this is the mountain in our backyard. All right, another river crossing. I'm passing up a lot of good water here, but I'm already tanked, so just gotta remember not to run out of water. Look at this. They switched around. There's a funny shot with the chairs. And then here's the water. It's got a nice sandy bottom to it. It's moving water. That's clear, clean water. I should probably camel up, as they say. So I'm going to eat some of my heavy fruit that I brought, and I'm going to drink as much as I can, and then I'm going to pump water so I have as much water as I can from a good source so I can get over to Cloud Camp. Well, it's going pretty well. I'm raging. Haven't seen a soul besides those two runners. Okay, here is the good water right here. You can see it running over. Beautiful clear pool above. I'm going to fill up my water bag right here, and then I'll filter it into my bottle. Alright, there's the water. It is clear as can be. Here's the filter. Screws on. Now we squeeze in the bottle. You get the idea. Just look at this. Beautiful. And really quite nice. Blue skies. All the smoke is headed north to the Dalles. Trail runner event. Okay, this is the first view of the Big Up. This is basically this giant ash heap ridge. The trail will go up, 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 and approach really where there's like snow, and you cross one glacier. But we gotta go down to the river and then up this, and that is the Big Up right there. I can hear the water here, and you can see the trail etched in the wall there. That's the trail right there. It must go up, gain the ridge, and then up, up, up. That's where we're headed. There's the grasshopper fire. And luckily that smoke is all blowing north. Whitewater. Alright, you take a leap. good. This could be the mini Multnomah Falls. And this is Wildflower Paradise. This is my favorite kind of lichen because it's just crazy green color. Oh yeah, large as life. We're going up that. This is water crossing 2 of the major ones. I hope there's a little rocky place. Follow the footsteps. Right there. Yeah, every year is a little different because, you know, the river is basically, you know, gouging out this little canyon. So every year it just looks different. Some are really dicey. This one looks really easy with the step up. And that's a one and done. Glad to leave all that dust behind. Now we're just gonna lift right out of the canyon on a good solid trail. There's a solid view of Mount Hood with year-round ice, glacier. And there's our ridge. It's not going anywhere. It's up there still. That's where we're headed. Grasshopper fire. Now, even though this looks like another rocky bump, the trail actually stays on this ridge. It goes all the way up and then it bridges. At the top, you can just walk across that ridge rather. So that's how it happens. I don't have to go up that. I just have to go up this and then jump over. Here's a nice campsite with the water source right there, right off the trail. Well, I was wrong. I am down by the river now, and I gotta cross this river. I think that's the place. Yeah, none of this looks good. I'm going up higher. Yeah, every time yeah, no go. Okay, this is the place. Yeah, I'm on the back side of that rocky cliff thing, and I remember now that this is the big up, and it goes up and it goes up. But I'm riding the ridge right now, and what'll happen is the trees will get smaller and smaller, and then I'll get a very unobstructed view of the mountain. That's what's going on. There's a view of Adams in Washington. What a tree looks like here. It's like almost like carpet. That's a glacial waterfall there. You can see the little bit of the glacier at the top and then in the waterfall. I remember I almost ran out of water here one time. And I was like, do I gotta hike down there and get water? I didn't. I don't think it's possible. Here's the old bleached skeleton of a tree. Who knows if any part of that is living. So this area here used to be glaciers. Used to walk across glaciers, and now the glaciers have receded. Looks like I'll be crossing at the top. In the past, I've had to walk across it, but you can see that not many people are doing that. Looks like the crossing is at the top. This here is your glacier melting. Here's a little nugget. Yeah, that was the highest point of the trail. This is my favorite walking piece. I usually here in the evening, and you skirt around the mountain. It's all treeless. It's all above tree line, and you actually drop into Cloud Cap, which is the campground with they have a water spigot, so it's super popular. To Glacier View. Oh, what a surprise. I got a little mini glacier walk right here. Still burning. That's looking ominous. Okay, done with Cloud Cap. I tried to take a nap, eat something, filled my waters at the spigot, and now I am descending to the Elliott Glacier, which is the I guess it's the stream that is the most icy. So I'm hoping it goes good. And then I lift all the smoke of the fire behind me. Apparently this area was completely terrible air quality as of 2 days ago. So I'm lucky that it cleared. There's a westerly wind, which means the wind comes out of the west and blows the smoke toward the Dalles.